Hey, what's up? I want to pose a question real quick. Do you think it's good to go into the green industry right now? Is it a good thing to go into the green industry? Is it worth it? Is it profitable? Well, I'm gonna answer those questions a little bit to the best of my ability. I have people often ask me, should I start cutting grass? Should I try to get into it? What you think about it? Can I make money in it and stuff like that? First off, I will say you could definitely make money. For all the people, it may be people out there watching this video that's thinking about getting into it. I'm not gonna stop nobody or knock nobody for getting into it. And you could definitely make money in doing it. But I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna pose it to you like this. You could go buy a couple sets of clippers, some lining clippers, some hair cutting clippers, couple backups, spray brushes, little different stuff like that, scissors, razors, cleaning stuff. You could spend $1,000, $1,500, and you can start cutting hair. And the total amount for your setup might be $1,500, and that's for real good clippers and stuff like that. That's for like top quality stuff. Well, and hold on, let me back up. And when you get into cutting hair, right now down where I'm at, they charging around $25, $25 to cut one head in the AC, to stand up in the AC and cut a head. And it might take them 20 minutes. So that's on that hand. It's a lot of different stuff you can go into. Just look around. Every single thing you see it has to be somebody own a business to do it. Okay, now on the lawn care side, you go and I'ma just, I give you prices on stuff like start out stuff. New prices though. If you start out with just a push mower, $400. You go get a weed eater, $300. You go get a blower and an edger, you already at $1,200. You have no way to haul it around unless you already have a truck. That's $1,200. That's just for the bare minimum basic, like a handheld blower, a little weed eater, a little edger, and a push mower, which will get the job done. Cause I started way worse than that. Way worse than that. I had an old cheap, not even self-repair push mower and a weed eater brand weed eater with a curve shaft, and that's what I started with. At first, I ain't even have the curve shaft weed eater, but that's what I started with. So that's just starting out, and then you start advancing. Now, mind you, $1,500 will get you the top of the line stuff, cutting hair, but starting out like with stuff you're gonna have to work real hard, and it's gonna take you an hour and a half, depending on how quick and how fast you are. It's gonna take you an hour and a half to cut a yard and to make $50, $60 on a property. Now when you start advancing, a zero turn, and I'm not even talking about a commercial zero turn, but a residential homeowner zero turn, and I wouldn't advise you get one of these until you get at least 10 yards, I guess about 10 yards or more. You go get you a residential, zero turn, and it's gonna run you $3 or $4 grand. Okay, now that's $3 or $4 grand. Then you need a better weed eater. Now you need a better blower. You need a better edger. Now you need a trailer. So right now that setup is already at $6 grand. Now your setup at $6 grand. Now you need hedge trimmers because they want you to start trimming hedges. And then after you start getting so many properties, that residential zero turn not gonna get it no more. So this my point. It's a real good industry to go into, but you have to be mindful of the overhead that come with it. Now I've heard people talk about, go ahead and get the stuff that you don't even need. Like, even in other words, when you start out, if you can afford to go ahead and get like the best, go ahead and get it, because eventually, if you stay in it, eventually it's gonna pay off. You're gonna need it eventually. But starting out, most people that starting out, man, they don't have the money to just go and dump on that kind of stuff. So I advise you, man, just to think about it. To me, it is worth it. Even if I had to do it all over again, it is worth it to me because it's a lot of money in it. And I'll tell you another pro on cutting grass, because people in the world are getting lazier. People are getting like horribly lazy. People don't want to cut grass no more. They don't even want to go outside. They just want to sit in the house, watch TV, play on the phone, go and sit down somewhere or eat. That's all people want to do now. So it is an industry that's needed, but another thing, it's a lot of people doing it. It's a lot of people that just got a zero turn. It's how a lot of people get into it, which I'm not knocking either. But they'll buy a zero turn for their yard. They'll say, hey, I need something to cut my grass. I'm tired of pushing. I'm gonna just go buy a zero turn, get me 5 yards. Where they go get 5 yards, they be like, hey, it's some decent money in it. So then they just start climbing and continuing to get some properties. Next thing you know, hey, look, I think I'm gonna run me a business, a lawn care business. So it's a lot of that going on. So it's a lot of competition in it. But if you take it serious, man, and you take all the right measures on making it a successful business and taking pride in your work, and running it like it's a legit business, yeah, it's very profitable. Yes, it's worth it getting into it. But now, once you start, just be mindful. Like I said, be mindful. Once you really start getting some real equipment, a blower costs you $600 or $700. A zero turn is well over 10 grand and climbing, so like the Vertex was 11.5 at the beginning when they first hit the scene at the beginning of the year 2022. When I got mine, they was 11.5. Right now the Vertex is down here where I'm at, South Mississippi. That Vertex is like 12.3. They have went up that much. No, matter of fact, no, I lied. They was 10.9. They was 10.9 at the beginning of the year. Now they are 12.3 and climbing. And I even seen somebody had a listing over in Florida. They had theirs listed for 12.9. I was on our Facebook Marketplace. They had it listed for 12.9. So my point is, man, this stuff getting real expensive. Gas is expensive. All the extra stuff, edge of blades is going up. The weed killer, the spraying the cracks and stuff like that, all that stuff going up, man. So getting into it heavy, yeah, it's worth it, but you better be careful. And what I want, people that follow me to get out of my channel is I want y'all to really know what's going on and be smart on think about every single decision you finna make, and know what you finna do. Think about what you finna do, why you finna do it, and what's gonna be the outcome on it. And that's what I want y'all to get out of this. I don't want y'all to just go out and just making buku mistakes and just doing stuff just because, and you ain't even gave it no thought. So with that being said, man, I advise anybody that want to get into lawn care to get into it. But when you get into it and be serious about it. Don't get into it and be a chuck in the truck. Get into it, man, and be profitable. Make money. Make something happen. But anyway, I just want to share that with y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's if it's profitable to get into? Do you think, that it's worth it? Do you wish you would have went into another business? Let me know how y'all feeling in the comments, man. Y'all